Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown, that story trailer yesterday just elevated hype to another level. It's fucking awesome. This story trailer was so sweet. But on this channel we're gonna talk about VR mode, especially with latest rumors being that there's only one VR mission. I'm gonna tell you how big it's gonna be, and we're gonna use just official sources from Bandai Namco. Very hard to find any information about size of the VR mode, but let's just talk about it. Let's talk about Ace Combat 7 VR mode Unknown. So first of all, let me tell you this, everyone who managed to play the game in VR fucking love it. They've been praising the graphics, they've been praising how the game plays and how amazing it looks, as well as people been stressing how good job they did to not feel any motion sickness. Even people who played VR for the first time, they felt very good. Apparently all the helmet and all the cockpit around you, it's all blending very nicely, stopping the motion sickness, so they did a great job with it. And let me tell you this, the full game won't be in VR, of course the VR have to run on base PlayStation 4 as well, not only on Pro. Sony took those steps, rightfully so all PS4 owners, Pro or regular one, can enjoy same games. But Bandai Namco themselves, they very excited about releasing Ace Combat 7 in VR. The producer of Ace Combat 7, Kazutoki Kono, in an interview from the 2015, he said, "From the ages of PlayStation 2, we already have the image of doing VR for Ace Combat. The reason we come up with the idea was that we can't change screens when we were in the cockpit inside the game. Using the controller, we can only imagine the TV screen in the living room, but when we played the VR mode, we can remember the actual experience of being inside cockpit, flying freely around the sky." So that's what he had to say about the VR mode. That's a very good stuff, and he makes some very good points. Basically, when you play in VR, you got that as memory of being in the actual place than just playing the game. And I think as soon as they tested VR, they pretty much wanted to do Ace Combat in VR, like he said, from the days of PlayStation 2. So they do like VR and they are excited about the technology. He also said, by setting it inside a real cockpit, PlayStation VR will give all players the exact image and memory of becoming a pilot, so the experience of playing inside the PlayStation VR is going to be true memory of the players. Like I said, that's how much better VR is. It's such a fucking good point, this. You play flat game, you just remember playing the game on tele. I'm gonna put at the end of this video a little video what Bandai uploaded last year after E3, when people played VR mode, and just keep an eye out on their reactions, what they got to say and how much they struggle to explain how good is VR and how everyone have to try it. And everyone who played it, just look at their faces, how happy they are about playing this game in VR. Also, people been saying about the beautiful looks of the game and how immersive it is. Whoever played it, they've been saying they want to buy PSVR just for this VR mode, so I think I am pretty much sold. But so how long is VR mode? Lately we've had rumor that there's only one VR mission, but don't listen to this, it's not true. This is coming from basically somebody translated the trailer info from Japanese, and the Google Translate come up with saying one VR mission. But it's not true, there's definitely more than one VR mission. He said that there is several hours of gameplay, but what several means, I don't know. Hopefully anything more than 4 hours. From what I'm hearing, it's not the biggest part of the game, but you're gonna get good few hours of gameplay and definitely more than one mission. But regarding the online mode and everything else, he said in one of his interviews, everything like online mode and campaign mode is in the ice cream. So that's the main game, an ice cream. PlayStation VR is going to be a topping. So from this I can basically tell that there won't be online in VR mode, but I say it's like a cherry on a cake or a topping on an ice cream, as he said, or maybe it's a butter on a sandwich, or milk in tea, or toilet tissue on a shitty ass, or a gravy on the potatoes, a sun cream for a ginger, a insulin for a diabetic, a EpiPen for somebody allergic to peanuts. I can just go forever. It's just gonna be awesome. So definitely not just one mission, several hours of gameplay. And for now, check out this reaction video from everyone who managed to play the game in VR, and that's it, bye.
Ace Combat 7, it feels realer. That's really the big thing. When I shoot someone down, it feels satisfying.
It feels just like the old games. You get that old feel, like that arcade style, like fighter pilot, but it's just so immersive and it's so smooth.
I really love the controls. They're simple, they're fun. It's easy to get into combat. I like the auto targeting for the missiles. I like how I see my allies clearly.
The VR was just possibly the best VR game I've played at the show so far. Just being able to have the free movement of the plane, flying through the clouds, looking for your ally, shooting down another plane. It was incredible.
I got in this one for the first time, and then once you're kind of getting up from the ship, you get like chills, man. You get like a big grin on your face.
Oh, the graphics were amazing. My favorite part was flying through the clouds and then seeing the condensation on the windshield of the fighter jet.
The dogfight was really cool because the whole time I felt like Top Gun. I'm like looking around and looking with my head, and that's something that's so cool. It's something that you don't get when you're on the screen, and sometimes people don't see it. When you see the trailer, you kind of see the flat surface, but you don't see, I'm leaning my head over and like looking all around, and it is pretty awesome. You're upside down and you're like...
Fighting to survive, it was like really quick and fast, and like 1 second he's in my sights, next second he dips off and does some barrel roll, and it's like, holy crap. So it was like really surreal in a way.
There was sometimes I was in the seat and I'm flying, I'm kind of looking over, and I leaned over in my seat a little bit and I'm like, I actually got scared. I got a little bit of vertigo.
With this new generation, I think it really is a game changer.
Is this something I would buy? I definitely think so. I think this is a system seller for PlayStation VR.
Definitely buy Ace Combat 7. It is worth the buy. I'm gonna play it right now and I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of it, and I'll see you in the air. This is Garuda1 signing out.